Hello once again, fellow boxing fans, and welcome back to another prediction video. But before I get into the content, I would just ask the usual that you would share, like, hit the bell notification, and most importantly, if you're watching, you might as well subscribe. You're just pressing a button and you would be helping me out tremendously and contributing to the growth of this channel. I really appreciate you all. So the fight I'll be covering in this video comes by way of request, and this is coming from Der Disc Remen. If I butchered that, please let me know, and I'll correct it. And I do apologize if I did butcher that. But they requested a very interesting fight between Floyd Patterson and Tim Witherspoon. And I just want to start off by saying this about Floyd Patterson. I feel that he's underrated. He's very underrated. In my opinion, Floyd Patterson had the best upper body movement I've ever seen. Great combination punching. He was great at measuring distance, and he put smart pressure on his opponents. And when Floyd had you against those ropes, he would let those combinations fly. I loved his left hook to the body. Once again, very underrated. And he also had excellent footwork. But Tim Witherspoon does have a significant height advantage and a slight reach advantage. He also has a size advantage, and I'm sure he has more power than Floyd Patterson. They both have equally good defense, but Floyd's punches are tighter and straighter, whereas Tim throws more looping punches, and of course, that signature overhand right. So, would Floyd be able to get inside of Tim's power and get close enough to fire off his combinations? And would his punches have any effect on Tim Witherspoon? Or would Tim just be too big and powerful? And I think that answering those questions determines the winner of this fight. Now, I could see Floyd Patterson keeping Tim Witherspoon guessing with his feints and upper body movement. But I could also see Tim catching Floyd with one of those looping shots, especially the overhand right. And Tim did have a good jab. He really did. And he could possibly keep Floyd Patterson off balance and at bay with that jab. But once again, I think Floyd Patterson would get inside on occasion and have some success during this fight. So with all that being said, I think we have an even fight on our hands. I really do. I think that the fight would be highly competitive despite the size differences. But something else to consider, Floyd seemed like more of a cerebral fighter, whereas Tim Witherspoon seemed to fight off of inspiration. Nothing wrong with either approach, but we just have to see which approach offers the most advantages. Now, Floyd Patterson is definitely the more fundamentally sound fighter, but Tim just seems to be a little too powerful and too explosive for him. Definitely bigger than Floyd Patterson, so I'm not sure that he could take that much power coming from a fighter Tim's size. And Tim was just much bigger than the guys that Floyd was used to fighting. Now, I do see Floyd Patterson scoring early on in the fight and having early success. But I just think as the fight progresses, he's going to take so much damage from those power shots, and he won't be able to handle those going down the stretch. So I'm going with Tim Witherspoon by mid-round KO. Those are my thoughts. Please let me know what you think. I'll see you next time.